Hello, today we're going to be working on lesson 1-6, starting on page 39 in your math book. Now the last time we did a math lesson from the math book, we were talking about answering the question, how many more? And we lined cubes up and we were looking to see how much longer one row of cubes was than the other. This time it's almost exactly the same, except it's how many fewer. So this time we want to know how much shorter is a row of cubes than the other one. So our story on the first page says, Amy had 7 stickers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to put 7 cubes there for the 7 stickers. Sheldon had 5 stickers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to put 5 right there. How many fewer stickers did Sheldon have than Amy? So we start with our largest number, 7, and we write a takeaway problem. Take away these 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and how many fewer? How many are missing here? If we line them up, we see that there are 2 spaces here that are empty. So the blue is 2 fewer cubes than the red. So for our story, Sheldon has 2 fewer stickers than Amy, because fewer means how many less. All right, let's turn the page. On page 40 at the top, we have another story. It says Troy has 5 toy cars. Let's do our toy cars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's the 5 toy cars. I'll put them down here. Brady has 9 toy cars. 1, 2, 3, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's the 9 toy cars. Who has fewer toy cars? Troy has 5, Brady has 9. Well, Troy has the smallest number, so he has the fewer toy cars. How many fewer? Well, here they lined them up, and notice they put them right above each other, just like we have with our cubes. And we see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces open. 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. So they have 4 fewer cars. Okay, and then here it just says, use cubes to find how many fewer. Start at 9 and count back. Well, we could say 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and when we get there, we have 4. So there are 4 fewer. So our takeaway problem starts with our biggest number, 9. It takes away the small number that we know, 5, and it tells us how many are left. 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. So they have 4 fewer cars. All right, let's keep working with our blocks and we will answer questions 1 and 2. Stephen has 8 coins. Sarah has 2 coins. How many fewer coins does Sarah have than Stephen? So we're going to start with our biggest number, 8, and I'm going to put that on my first line. Biggest number in a takeaway problem goes in the front. 8, take away the 2. So here I have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And here I have 2. So how many spaces do I have open? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 8 take away 2 is 6. So Sarah has 6 fewer coins. Number 2. Anne finds 4 bandanas in a box. Stacy finds 7 bandanas. How many fewer bandanas did Anne find than Stacy? So here we start with our biggest number, 7. Take away our smaller number, 4. So then we make our blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Line them up, and let's see how many. 1, 2, 3. We have space for 3 more. 1, 2, 3. So 7 take away 4 is 3. She has 3 fewer bandanas. Now, if you don't have blocks, you can also draw a picture of this. The big thing to remember is when you're drawing, you want them lined up. So I could start with the 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I could just make 7 X's. And then right underneath each one, I'm going to make 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See how I have these all lined up? And then I can look to see, well, what's missing over here? 1, 2, 3. So even if you don't have blocks, you can still line up on a drawing, line up X's or circles or something, but you need to make sure they're all lined up if you're going to be able to see which row is longer and by how many. So let's go to page 41 now. And 41, you can work these problems on your own. And then when you're done, you can push play and you can go through the problems with me. If you would like to work the problems with me, just stay on the video, do not pause, and we will work through it together. All right, it says, use the pictures to show the subtraction. That's the takeaway. Then write an equation. Tell how many fewer. So it says Cheryl buys 10 apples at the store. Christina buys 5 apples at the store. How many fewer apples did Christina buy than Cheryl? So we lined them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So which number is bigger, 10 or 5? The 10 is bigger, so it's going to go first. Take away, what's our smaller number? 5. And how many are left? So right here, see where the 2 rows stop, and now we have all these extras? Well, let's see how many extras. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this row has 5 fewer apples than that row. So our answer is 5 fewer apples. Beth writes on 3 cards. Joseph writes on 9 cards. How many fewer cards did Beth write on than Joseph? So again, we have them lined up. 1, 2, 3. Oh, but before we do that, let's do our subtraction fact. What's our biggest number? 9. So that's going to go first. Take away the 3, our smaller number. How many are left over? So here's our 1, 2, 3. I'm going to draw a little line there at the end. And then how many are left over? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Beth had 6 fewer cards. So number 5 says, draw a picture to show the subtraction. Then write an equation. Tell how many fewer. So remember to be very careful and line your picture up. Keith makes 4 sandwiches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Vince makes 8 sandwiches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many fewer sandwiches did Keith make than Vince? So our biggest number is 8, so that's going to come first. Take away our smaller number, 4. And when we look over here, if we lined it up, can draw a line there where this one ends, how many extras are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So this row is 4 smaller than this row. So there were 4 fewer sandwiches. All right, tomorrow we will continue working on the next page and keep practicing this idea. Have a great afternoon.